Hi there. So this is Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and today I thought I would show you how to make some boxes. So I was at a convention here recently and they showed us how a couple ways to make a box, and I thought I would share them with you. So what we're going to use is the Banner Year bundle and the Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper. So all of these can be found in the mini catalog. The Plaid Tidings paper, look how pretty all those prints are. You could use them for so many things. And if you hang around to the end of the video, I'll show you some projects that I've used them on lately that will show you the paper a little bit better than just looking in the catalog. But anyway, that's on page 57. And then the Banner Year bundle is on page 65. And look at all of those cute little stamps and images that come in that stamp set. My next card is going to be this little squirrel with a nut, or maybe even a little Christmas hat on his head. But anyway, I'll show you how to how to use this bundle, especially how to use the new Pick-a-Punch. I think that's what it's called. Yep, Pick-a-Punch. Because a banner punch, how can you go wrong? So let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, we're going to make boxes. I'm going to start with a piece of Designer Series paper. Look how cute that is. The back looks like this, and then the side we're going to use looks like this. It reminds me of candy corn. But I'm going to stamp on my Designer Series paper, and although to me candy corn goes hand in hand with the Halloween season, we're going to just Halloween it up a little bit more. So in the stamps, I'm going to take the little bat and put him on a block. Let's put where you can see him. And then there's a little cobweb. Let's put him on the bigger block. And then the little word boo. And we have those all ready. And then I just have some black Memento ink. Now, you know I like to use the black Memento rather than the StazOn because black Memento won't stain. Well, it might stain, but not quite as bad as the StazOn. The StazOn you won't be able to get off at all. But the Memento we'll be able to just clean right off of our stamps. But I'm going to just randomly stamp a few bats here and there on my Designer Series paper. And then I'm going to take this cobweb and randomly stamp that on there. And then last but not least, I'm going to fill in the little areas with this little boo. Needs one more right here maybe. Oh, don't get. Now I think that looks pretty good. So now it's pretty Halloween-y, I guess, if that's what you would call it. We're going to put our stamps away because now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to score for the two boxes with all of our pieces. I'm going to bring in my Simply Scored tool here. Hope I can keep it in the camera. Now this piece is cut at 5 inches by 5 inches, and the base is cut at 7 inches by 7 inches. So it's just a 7-inch square. And I'm going to go ahead and score this at 2 inches on all 4 sides. Now, since this is cardstock, like a thick cardstock, there's 2 ends to your stylus that comes with the Simply Scored. There's the bigger knob, I guess you'd call it, and the smaller one. I'm going to use the smaller knob because it's a heavier cardstock. But like I said, I'm just going to go around, and on all 4 sides, I'm just going to score it at 2 inches like that. Then for the Christmas box that we're going to make later, this is a piece of cardstock that's 8-inch square, and I'm going to do the same thing with the same small end knob. I'm going to just score that at 2 inches. Since I have everything, we might as well just score it all at once, right? At 2 inches on all 4 sides. Okay, so now I have, these will be the bottom or the base of our box. And then for the top of the box, now Erica Serwin showed me that if you take just a little, I think this is like 4 or 5, maybe 6 Post-it notes all stuck together. I'm going to stick them over here in the side here. Then when I score this. Now I'm going to score this one at 1 inch. This is the top, and this is the 5 by 5. But I'm going to, let me get this all the way down. And it makes it so the lid, and oh, now I'm going to use the big knob since Designer Series paper is a little bit thinner. So I'm going to line that up. There we go. And then I'm going to score this at 1 inch on all 4 sides on my lid. And then let's do the same thing on our Christmas print for our Christmas box. I'm going to score it at 1 inch. And watch, now that I use those Post-it notes, my box lid will just slide, I'm hoping, right on to my box. It worked on the last one, but you never know on camera. Now I've scored at all 4 sides. And again, since it was the Designer Series paper, I used the big end of the stylus rather than the small end. Let me put this away and let's start making boxes. So let's start with the, we'll call this the Halloween box. I'm going to score on all those score lines. I'm going to fold on all those score lines. That's better. And then now, with my paper snips here, I'm going to cut from score line to score line this way on all 4 corners. And I probably won't be perfect. I'm not very perfectionist, but I'm going to try to get it straight across there. Score line to score line. And then on this side, I'm going to just cut straight up the score line on both of them. And then on the opposite side, I'm going to do the same thing again. There. So then it looks like this. Okay, let's get rid of this mess here. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the lid. Now with the Designer Series paper, it's harder to see those score lines, but it's really worth it because look how cute the lid's going to look on my box with this happy orange and black paper. But I'm going to cut from score line to score line again. And then on the 2 sides, I'm going to cut straight up. Where's my score line? There it is. Score line. And score line. And then right here on the other side. Up to that score line. Let's see. Like I said, it's a little hard to see, but there we go. So then it looks like that, right? Okay, so now let's just get our Tombow glue. I like to use a liquid glue to put our box together. So on these triangle pieces here, I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here, right? And then tuck those under and make sure that I do a nice corner on my box. And then let's do the same thing to the other side. Now when you use the liquid glue, it helps because that way you can kind of move it around a little bit before it totally adheres, I guess is what the word I'm looking for. There we go. And you can kind of move the paper around where you want it. But there, look, now we have a nice base, and it's a pretty good size. If I filled this with candy for my grandkids, trust me, they would be happy. It's a pretty good size box. So let's do the same thing to the lid now. A little bit of Tombow here and make this corner a little bit of Tombow here. And then got our lid. Oh, we go to put our lid. Oop, wait, this one didn't stick. Hold on. There we go. Look how cute the lid is with the little bats and webs and boo on there. And then when you put it on your box, it slides right on there. Look, just like that. A really simple box. Now let's decorate the top a little bit. So I have here my stitch-shaped framelits, and I've cut, this is the second to smallest square, and while I'm at it, I'm going to grab my circles here for the Christmas box. And then let me find a piece of scratch paper here so I don't stamp all over my tabletop. And where here, and we'll bring that cobweb. We'll bring the cobweb back in and ink him up good, and I'm going to just stamp all over this little square some cobwebs. Whoop. Sticky paper. So it looks about like that. I think that looks good. So now let's use the punch that comes with the bundle here. So I have a strip of paper. This is 1 inch. It's just a 1 inch scrap white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put it in how it has these different sizes. So the 1 inch, I'm going to slide it in there, and I'm going to turn it over. Oh, let's open it. There we go. Slide it in all the way so you can see that it's even in here. And you know what? No, I have it in the right one. That would have been embarrassing. And then I'm going to punch it out. Now I'm going to save this piece here. We'll need it in just a minute. But let's stamp some words on there. Where's my stamp set? So we're going to do this happy haunting right here. That on my block. We're going to ink him up in black. And I like to punch it first, because then that way I know where to stamp it. And with the photopolymer like this, and I should be using my Pierce mat, but oh well, let's see what happens. Yeah, looks pretty good. So now I'm going to take this piece from that we punched earlier, right? And I'm going to just lay it so I can see where I want the second punch to be. And then I'm going to just cut this across here as straight as I can. And then, so you've all seen these. If you cut insides for your card, you cut your white card down to 4 inches by 5 1/4, you have lots of these strips that look just like this. And I'm going to use this with just a little bit of seal on the end. And then I'm going to use my thumb to try to get some of that sticky off there, because I don't want it to be permanent. I just want it to be temporary. And I'm going to take my little banner here and put it on there. And this is going to be like my handle, so I can get it back in my punch. Slide it all the way in. Make sure it's lined up even back here. Can you see that? I can't see when I show you. And then now look, you have like the perfect little banner. So then, now I lost my pieces. Where did my little stamped, well here, we'll use this one. There we go. We're gonna tape him down. So if you want to make this layer, this is exactly 1 3/4 inch square, and it fits, that stitch square fits on there just perfect like this. So we'll just take that with some glue or adhesive here and put this on the top of our box. And then with some dimensionals, we'll take and put our little banner on there. And put our little banner. Which way do I want my box? I think I want my box because this boo is the right way on this one. So I'm going to put him just like that. And then last, I have a little scrap of pumpkin pie here that is a coordinating color with this, and I'm going to just put some adhesive. I believe that this is 2 7/8 square, but I'm going to put this in here just to reinforce the lid of my box and make it a little bit stronger. But there you go. Look how cute that little box is for Halloween. It's simple, and yet I think it's really cute. Anybody could love that. So let's show you another way to do the box. And we'll make this one a Christmas box. We've got it all scored. Let's take my finger, because I can't find my bone folder. It looks like the rest of my stamp room. Every time I stamp, all I do is make a mess. But I'm sure there's a rhyme out there that says something about messy craft room is a happy crafter or something like that. So on this box, we're going to just cut it a little bit different. Oh, look how cute that Halloween pattern is. That's all right, we're using the Christmas pattern here. So I guess just another way to do the box, you have to decide what's easier, which way you like best. So on this one, I'm going to just cut up straight on that score line. To this score line, and the same thing on the opposite side. And then sometimes when you make a box like this, when you fold it over, it hangs off a little bit here on the edge. So I'm going to just take this and get rid of those edges just so slightly. Just cut them at a little bit of an angle, and then we won't have that problem. So let me hurry and do that. There we go. And let's do this side too. We gotta do this one here too. Okay, so let's do the same thing to the lid. Try to find those score lines with this designer series paper. This one's easier than the orange. I thought this one would be harder, but this one's easier than the other pattern was. Okay, and let's see if we have the same problem here. Well, I think I'm going to be okay. So let's go ahead and assemble our box. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some liquid glue right here. And some liquid glue right here. And then make the corners of our box nice and square. You'll have to let me know which way you think is easier. Is it cutting the corners, cutting from score line to score line easier, or is cutting straight up the score line easier? You'll have to let me know which one you like better. Because to be honest with you, I can't decide, and it's probably going to be just depending on my mood as to which way I put my boxes together. So there's the base. Oh, hold on, this one's the base of our box. And this one's a pretty big box. This is a 4-inch box, which is a pretty big box. You could put a lot of stuff in there. I like to make boxes. All my nieces and nephews, we have decided that we do a like a white elephant kind of thing. And so I like to make something for each of my nieces and nephews, since we don't exchange gifts anymore. And maybe I'll put a little bit of money in a cute little decorated box like this. be fun and different. I try to think of something new every year, and it's time to start getting ready for Christmas, so I better get on that. And I think between all my nieces and nephews, I make between, I don't even know how many I have off the top of my head, but probably as we continue to grow, it'd be probably 15 to 20 of them. There we go. Look how cute that is. I love this designer series paper. And look how nice our lid fits on our box. That's a great tip with the Post-it notes and the Simply Scored. Thanks, Erica. That's a great tip. So then I've cut a piece of paper. This is about 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, and I'm gonna just lay this in the top, in the lid of my box, just to reinforce that designer series paper a little bit, because it's a little bit thinner than the regular cardstock. So I'm gonna just lay this in here, make it a little bit more firm. And now let's decorate the top of this box. Real quick, I'm gonna wash my stamps. So I've got my chamois here, and I'm just gonna rub them across there, and see how the black comes right off of my stamps. There should be one more. Here it is. Oh, 2 more. The boo and the bat. Okay, and now we'll go into Christmas mode. So let's get out the, we'll put the boo first. And we'll put the little, oh, I can't even think of what, berry leaves. Holly leaves? What are those things called? And then we have some little berries. And then last, I think, but not least, we need, what does this say? Christmas wishes. I'm going to set him on a long, skinnier block. And last but not least, we need the itty bitty hat that's in here. Look how cute this little hat is. Isn't that cute? We could put that on the bat, we could put that on the dove, we could put that on the squirrel. Well, we will in time. So like I said earlier, I took my stitch shapes and I cut out 2 circles here. And the first we're going to do is take some cherry cobbler. Now, so you know, on the back of all of Stampin' Up's designer series paper, it has a list of all the different colors that are used right here. And so I just went to this list and found cherry cobbler and shaded spruce, and that's what we're going to use. And I got the wrong color. We're going to start with shaded spruce here. A little bit of green on these holly leaves. And we're going to just stamp the background here. Kind of make our own designer series paper out of this piece of Whisper White. I think that looks pretty good. Yikes, that's stiff. And then with the little berries. I like the fact that these are 2 different stamps, so it's easy to use the 2 different colors for the berries and the leaves. And let's see, maybe this one's, no, you know, I think we need one more right here. I'm going to stamp a little bit like that, and then put those berries right there. There, now I'm happy. I'm going to leave this out because next, let's stamp the greeting. So this time I have, this is a 3/4 inch of just scrap Whisper White. I'm going to take it and put it in my punch. Now it's going to go into the second track here, and I want a banner this time. Well, so let's going to put him in all the way. Make sure he's lined up back here again. Whoop, and save this little piece because we're going to need this so that we can figure how big of a banner we need. Now I'm going to stamp the Christmas wishes, and I'm going to stamp it toward the bottom of my banner so I have room for that little hat. Wait, that side's dirty. Here we go. That's better. Excuse my head as I put it in the camera. Stamp my little Merry Christmas wishes down there. And now I actually have room, except I lost my green ink. Here he is. For my little hat, because it's so stinking cute, right here on my C. Ta-da! Love it. Okay, So once again, we're going to take this piece, making sure that our red is dry on our Whisper White. And we'll lay, I want it about there. So then I'm going to just cut this. Let me make it straight. Hold on. Whoop. So it's straight, and then cut that straight across. Now, where did my, well, I guess I'll have to make it, oh no, here it is. Here's my little handle. It's already got this, the paper that we, or the sticky on there that I kind of wiped off with my finger. And we're going to put this all the way in the punch. Check out the back, make sure it's straight. Flying banner pieces. And now look how cute our little banner is there. Okay, so let's keep going. So now with the red circle, let me kind of clean up a little bit so you can see. There we go. Much better, right? I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer here because this is about a 3-inch circle. So half of a 3-inch circle would be 1.5, but I want it to be about 1 inch long, so I'm going to take it back a 1/2 inch, right? Well, we'll see if I did this right. And we're going to just slice it just like this and cut that piece off of my circle. Now I'm going to put this one, line this up with almost 1 inch, like 7/8 of an inch, because I think since my banner, I'm going to go this way. I think this way is easier to hold it. Now he slip sliding. Okay, because when I have my banner piece here at 3/4 of an inch, now I have a layer for behind my banner. So then we're going to take a little bit of seal, Stampin' Seal, and just glue this to our circle here, right? And then some dimensionals here, like this. And pop this up on what now I think looks like an ornament. Is that not adorable? But now our ornament needs a bow. And had I thought about it sooner, I should have done this at the very beginning. But I have some of the gold edge ribbon, and I'm not exactly sure what the exact name of it is, but it's in the annual catalog. And I have my red blends marker. And boy, when I was looking, my red blends marker has been loved and used, so he's a little bit weak. He needs to be replaced. But I'm going to just color my ribbon here and turn it into cherry cobbler ribbon. Because, well, I think cherry cobbler and gold together are like the perfect Christmas colors. But I'm going to just color my ribbon. Now we have cherry cobbler ribbon with my poor dying blends marker who's been used and loved and colored so many flowers it's not even funny. And I'm sure if you took your time you could probably do a much better job than I am, but I'm going to just hurry along here. Let's see if I've missed any spot. No, I think that looks pretty good. You know what, and then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do, I think because he's almost dry, my poor marker, that I think I need to do the back too. Get this real quick. Oh, let's try this one. I better hurry and order more cherry cobblers because Christmas is coming and cherry cobbler is my go-to Christmas color. There we go. So since they're alcohol markers, they dry really fast, and I won't even have to wait for my ribbon to dry now that it's colored. But now we have cherry cobbler ribbon. Isn't that pretty with that gold edge? Let's just take that and tie a quick bow. I'm going to pull it pretty tight and then try to fidget a little bit with these tails. But no, there, I think that looks pretty good. And it's a pretty nice big bow, but it's a pretty nice big box, so I'm going to leave it as is. And then with just a glue dot on the back of the knot of the bow, I'm going to put that right here on my Christmas ornament. Look how pretty that is. Now I have a pair of paper snips here that I only use for ribbon. I've tied a ribbon on here so I know. So they're nice and sharp, and they work really nice on ribbon. And I call those my ribbon scissors, but really they're just a pair of paper snips that I've saved for ribbon only. Okay, and then with a few dimensionals on the back of the ornament, it's ready to go on the top of our box. Adorable. Is that not the cutest thing? Look how cute our box is. So first of all, I'd like to just tell Erica and Rhonda thank you. They're the ones that showed me the box idea, and I do love it and will probably use it all the time. This finished box is about 4 inches by 4 inches, 2 inches tall, and this box is 3 inches by 3 inches, 2 inches tall. But let me show you some other let me show you what inspired this box. So a friend of mine, Amy, showed me her card, which I thought was adorable, and that's how I decided to make this box. And look at that designer series paper again. Is that not the cutest stuff? Especially when you stamp on it and make it Halloween-y, as I said before. But then look at the designer series paper used with the leaves. Look how pretty that designer series paper is for fall. You got little, oh, there's one more here, this one too, on the little tag. How the little designer series paper just adds a little pop to all of your cards. So that's using it for fall. Oh, here's another fall card that I missed. Look at that one. Isn't that pretty? And then you can use it for Valentine's Day. Look how cute that card is. That's the same stamp set. All the little hearts, X's and O's, and the hearts and everything is from this stamp set. Guess who loves you? I love that saying for a Valentine card. And then look, even for Christmas, look how cute. Now this is not your traditional Christmas colors, but look how cute that card is, and this card, and then look how cute this little chocolate holder is, or little box is, with the pattern paper. Love it, don't you? And then last but not least, let me show you the last thing I have here. This is a little box we made that has gift card holders in it, and it uses that pattern paper. First of all, here's the same pattern paper here. Here it is as a birthday card. Look how cute that is, especially when you decorate your envelopes with it. So it looks like that. And then look at the Christmas one. That's totally not your normal Christmas colors. Love the little designer series paper inside the tree. Here's the Halloween. Look how cute that paper is. And then of course again the fall. And all these are note cards that I've cut down, and they fit perfect for a gift card in there. Wouldn't that be a great gift as a Christmas gift? And they all, our note cards, fit really nice in our mini paper pumpkin boxes. Look, I have a loose acorn that never made it onto a card. But anyway, so, oh, and you know what I forgot to do to my Christmas box is I have these little red rhinestones. And watch, we're going to take these little red rhinestones and put them on our berries and give our box just a little bit more bling. Now, so in the month of September, if you go to my online store and you place an order of $25 or more before shipping and tax, I will send you a pack. Hang on, I can't talk and put my little rhinestone on my berry at the same time. Come on, little rhinestone, please cooperate. Let me get him on there, and then I'll tell you the rest of my September special. There we go. Look how cute. Now I'll put the rest of those on later. But in the month of September, if you go to my online store, use the September host code, $25 or more, I'll send you a pack of these little red rhinestones just in time to start your Christmas card. And now let me see how many. I have no idea. 220. There's 220 little rhinestones in there. So imagine how many Christmas cards you could make with those. All right, so I'm going to continue putting my little rhinestones on my berries. I really appreciate you watching my videos, and if you're on the replay on YouTube, thanks for watching here too. Be sure and subscribe, and or on Facebook share, and I'll see you back here Monday about 1:30. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.